Good morning, students. It is the first video of the chapter, the third level. It is one of the chapters from the Vistas for class 12 English that is very important point of view that the questions that are asked at the board examination are limited in this chapter. What is this about? What is the psychological problem of a person that he understands and it is explained by the psychiatrist? What is the formula or the process through which one can make him understand about the problems that one faces in life? It is all about the events that happen in 19th century as well as in the 20th century. The railway stations, grand railway stations that are available presently is compared with the past one, how the life of the people were so relaxed, comfortable, and so generously they enjoyed the life with their wives, children, and so many people. There was not much hurry, there was not so much anxiety, as well as there was not any hurriedness in life in 19th century. That used to happen in Jalsborg, and here you will know all about it. Here you must know where is the setting of the story. This story has been set at Grand Central Station in New York. It is the Grand Central Station officially opened on February 2, 1913. So it celebrated its 100th birthday this year. Means here in 2013 this was celebrated as the 100th year of its opening. In 1908, the excavation of Grand Central Station began in New York, which really was completed after 5 years, and then it was just made an underground railway station where this very narrator, who is the narrator of this story, goes and he finds that the people of the 19th century exists there. This is the view of balcony in Grand Central Station that has been taken between 1913 and 1930. This is where the Apple Store is located today. Apple Store is located today, so you must know all about it. This is a view of one of the many arched corridors in Grand Central Station taken in 1912. This very main character is Charlie. Walked down one of these corridors on his way to the third level. It is the place from where he has to go to his home, which is one of the loveliest haunt for this man, where his wife Lisa lives. So here you must understand these things. Now I would like to tell you something more. It is the another art corridor arched corridor means in the shape of an arc. Yes, and there is corridor where people go and come, and it is the way through which Charlie enters. The man in the black clothes is wearing a derby hat. Here you might have understood the meaning of derby hat. It is a kind of hat which is just coming at its edge above the head and at the back. This very edge is just curled up. In the background to the left, you see more corridors. There are many corridors and arches. On the right you can see what are the things that you can see. The old ticket stations means there are old ticket counters from where the passengers can buy tickets for traveling. An interesting feature of this picture is the ghostly feel of the people. Ghostly feel of the people means it was just taken in 1912. This is the photograph of 1912 that you are seeing. The picture was taken in 1919 and it is an outside view of the terminal from Vanderbilt Avenue. Vanderbilt Avenue, you must note it down, and 42nd Street. This is where Charlie entered the station in the story that you are going to read, the third level, and what happens that you will know it in due course. It is a central terminal and La Salle Street station in Chicago. It was operated by the New York Central Railroad from 1902 until 1967. So this view is a very clear picture of this Grand Central Station where you can go and you can realize how developed it was. Metro North commuter arrives at New York's Grand Central Terminal on January 11, 1996. And here you will know something more about these things. The clock above the Grand Central Terminal information booth still ticks off the time 100 years after it was built. The world's largest terminal covers 49 acres with 33 miles of track. Over 700,000 people pass through the terminal every day, and it operates over 700 trains per day. You can think how big this central station is. Members of the National Guard watch commuters as they walk through the main concourse on January 25, 2013. So you can see how drastic change and big change has taken place in this very station. The images on the ceiling of the main concourse depict the constellations and are made of gold leaf. You can feel it, see it, and know it. This photo shows construction of a new line that will open connecting the Long Island Railroad with a new concourse underneath Grand Central Terminal. It is the place where he was confused and he starts thinking that there is third level. Vocabulary for the third level: psychiatrist. It is now a medical doctor specializing in illness of the mind. People visit a psychiatrist to get help with their emotional problems. Arched, it is adjective, it means curved. There are many arched doorways or passages in the old churches of Europe. Spittoons, that is noun, jar-like container into which people would spit. There are spittoons in Grand Central, but they do not exist today. So these are the things that you have come to know. In this way, in this video, I have just made you acquainted with the places that are historically, genuinely and related to this lesson are available, and you must know these names on your tongue so that you can write it. So here it is the main idea, and now I will proceed further, and so you will know something more in the next videos. Thank you, children.